people are looking for this stuff, but you have to find it before
Yes.
you can offer it. So when I look around, like I walked in and I was like, first of all, we drove up and I thought, oh, look at, and I just saw this side. And then it was like, no, it keeps going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, how many of you go out and search?
Well, back in the day, in the late 80s, early 90s, it was a traveling. Got in a truck and was gone for 3 to 6 weeks buying items
really?
around the country.
That's
Usually
cool.
the East Coast because it's older.
Yeah.
And Chicago, New York, Boston, bought a lot of things in Boston and Philadelphia, places like that, and then would bring it back. And we've been a little different. We're not an antique store in the sense of just having knickknacks and things like that. We have structural things that are part of business, and we kind of specialized in the bigger things, the things that were monumental, historic. And then we would bring it back, and our original store was like 80,000 square feet. And so we would set the items up.
It's a big store.
It's a dream. I don't know,
store.
like
But we had
condense over time.
6,000 doors, for instance, and we don't have those anymore because Home Depot, you can buy a door in a jam, and it's so much easier now than it used to be.
Do you have some doors, though?
We have historic and important doors.
Okay.
So that's all we would carry now. Lighting is a big deal for us. All the lights in my house are old because they're just different. They light different. They bring some kind of history and some kind of romance and renaissance to the room that they're in.
There's a story.
Yeah.
And an energy.
Yeah.
And you interact with it. You flip on a light, you turn it off, you flip it on. It's a little like the hardware that we do. It can be insanely decorative for just a knob that you turn, but you interact with it. So yeah, every day, and I think that can make you appreciate it too, even if it's something that just kind of lives there.
That's another romantic little side note. I love this place.
Let's see some lamps you love.
Yeah, let's go see some lamps. Well, these are schoolhouse globes. This is the industrial, or I wouldn't say industrial. These are, I mean, we'll pass this quickly, but these are...
Church?
And church.
Yep.
Church, yep. We got church lights next to schoolhouse lights in all varieties. This was very much the functional light for commercial spaces, for homes. It was kind of the everyday light. You put a single bulb in there and you put it up, and it can be the most generic looking shade, this one here, to something that's got really unique shape.
That guy?
Like this one here, I only have one of those. I have 15 of those.
And I love the flatness of that.
Yep.
No sheen on the actual,
Which one?
like the flatness of
Oh, yes. I'm in there, and it's kind of fun to see them all in order, because some of them will have a lot of shape to them, and some of them will be very similar but flat. And I mean, there are all sorts of shapes and styles, and the more interesting ones can kind of make themselves apparent and usually sell. So what we're looking at might be more of what remains, as I've sold a number off lately. But let's look at some high-end lights.
Okay.
Go down here. Part of what we do here is try to, I'm gonna go around the corner here. Oh, do I want to see, well, try to peel things out and make them, I mean, it can be overwhelming to look at all of the different things together. And so this is up front where we have our high-end lights. What we call art glass, made by some of the more famous names in lighting and design. Steuben, Quoizel, Tiffany and Luster Art, and there's even more. Tiffany's, don't get many Tiffany's.
They don't come in.
They're very highly sought after.
Right.
They're another level of value, and they really are the pinnacle. But this stuff is amazing, and it's interesting to see. I think sometimes the price difference between something that's equally as beautiful that might be a Steuben versus what is a Tiffany, and I don't know. Time, I guess, makes things, gives them a legend of their own. I mean, they really were special, but.